Hi, I'm Annie Birkastrayan, the CEO of RMG Real Estate, and today I'm going to talk to you about the importance of lighting. Okay, so this is one of the most important things that a seller can focus on while their home is on the market or while they're preparing to put it on the market. And it's because it has one of the greatest impacts on a buyer's decision when they're looking at your property. All right, from the time that a buyer starts their showing by stepping out of their car until they get back in their vehicle, they are quite literally deciding whether or not they want to sign up for experiencing your property for the rest of their life, or at least 5 to 7 years if they're not an investor. So it's really important that the second they start to experience your property, that it's a great experience. So let's talk about lighting. There are some ways that you can light your property and help this experience for a buyer be even better. Some of the things that highly affect a buyer's experience are whether or not they feel safe, whether or not the property feels spacious, whether or not the upgrades are quite literally shown in a good light, and what the energy and the vibe of the property are. So let's tackle a few ways that you can get it right on all those points. Number one, let's talk solar lighting. These aren't very expensive. You can go to Home Depot, you can get some of these solar lights. It is a fantastic way to light the walkway up to your property, to really help a buyer step out of their car, look at the property and say to themselves, hey, this feels pretty good. I want to sign up for this. Solar lighting doesn't break the bank, but it really brings that energy and that vibe that you want. And it's an easy way to help clients feel safe as they're approaching the property. Speaking of exterior lighting, let's talk matching light bulbs. I can't tell you how many properties that I have looked at where the exterior lights are 2 different wattages. Now, this doesn't seem maybe like this is such a big deal, except what it does relay to the buyer is that there's not a lot of intentionality going into your property, and maybe even not a lot of focus or care. It is really easy to jump from one thought to another when you're viewing a property for the very first time. So make sure the light bulbs match, make sure the wattage is the same. So now you walk inside this house. Something that you can do to just really bring that spacious effect to your house is to strategically place lamps around your property to show how large rooms are. It's so easy to accidentally lose 1,000 square feet by just having darkness in the corners of your house, especially if it's in the middle of the winter. So get some of those beautiful lamps, strategically put them in places where a buyer is going to want to have more space, like a living room or a dining room, or lighting in the kitchen to debut some of those fantastic upgrades that you have. And lastly, let's talk about natural light. So artificial light can really bring a great feel to a property and debut what you want it to, but you just can't beat natural light. The easiest way to let this into your property and let a buyer perceive the energy and the vibe that it brings is to open up those curtains, right? It's just so easy to have the curtains closed to make it look clean and perfect and all of this, but none of that's more important than natural light. So open up those windows, let the property have that extra light in it. It'll make your features look great, and it will really help a buyer feel comfortable and warm in that property. My name is Annie Birkastrayan, the CEO of RMG. When it's time to sell your property, give us a call. We love helping clients out with us. And don't forget, lighting's not something you want to overlook.